Alright, so first things first, like always, so your driveway is not warranted per manufacturer of D.R. Horton, okay?
Okay.
So that means you cannot have big moving trucks, 18-wheelers, pods, containers, anything like that on your driveway.
Oh.
If you crack or break one of these pads or sink it, it's $5,000 to break it up, and it's another $1,000 to pour one. So they're extra expensive. They want you to take the utmost care of it, okay?
Okay.
Now, that means if you put a broken or huge vehicle on here that breaks the pad, it is all yours to pay for. They do not warranty it at all, okay?
Understood.
Now, this right here in your front yard, this is the tree. Now, each requirement yard has one tree that is required by HOA. Now, if you don't like this tree, HOA does have a list of trees that you can choose from, but if you kill this tree, they will make you replace it at cost. Now, it is a live oak. If you guys don't like live oaks, you can definitely switch it up, okay?
Okay.
But the flower bed is totally yours of what you want to do with. You can rip it out, tear it up, and put rocks there, and never think about it again.
Okay.
And they should get all these weeds out before you guys move in, along with pressure washing all the concrete as well.
Yes.
Now, as you guys move into the garage, you can see that there's no baseboard for the garage. You're more than welcome to put a baseboard there, but there's a gap between the baseboard and the wall. Now, that gap has to stay. It's technically a weep hole for the garage. It helps humidity and excess moisture weep throughout. That way it doesn't hold water in your foundation, ruining your foundation.
Okay.
Very, very important, okay?
Okay.
This right here on the side of your garage is your main water shut-off valve. So if you ever have a pipe burst or anything like that, you're going to come out here and pull this lever. It's going to cut out all the water from the house. This is your sprinkler system box. This is the builder of the home. When you do your final walk, he's going to take you through this entire thing with how to maintenance it, use it, warranties, all that fun stuff.
Okay.
This right here, everybody has used one of these before.
Right.
So if you come out here and you see a breaker flip that has a red line just like that, then you're going to flip it and all done. Now, if you're constantly having to come out here and you're constantly having to flip one, that means you have a problem for the electrician, and that should be covered under warranty. Now, you have everything warranted behind the walls, plumbing and electricity, covered for 2 years.
Oh, for 2 years.
Now, this right here, all the writing and everything, this you definitely want to take a picture of just in case you ever miss it or it weeps through and you're not able to see it. Always come out here and take a picture of it.
Okay, sure.
Now, this right here is one of the best things known to man about these houses, okay? I love these things personally.
Okay.
This is a tankless automatic water heater.
Okay.
And it's one of the best things in the world. Now, sometimes you'll have a water softener and scaler in here. It's a descaler. Now, sediment and all that stuff builds up through all your filters through this, and so you have to maintenance it every single year by a licensed plumber, okay? Every single year.
Okay.
Now, the trick is you have a 2-year warranty with D.R. Horton, the builders, but you can get an additional 8 years completely for free from the manufacturer as long as you do this product registration card, okay?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now, here, follow me to this side of the yard. All right, everything's back here. Heck yeah. This is your gas meter. This is how they bill you for your gas, because everybody loves bills, right? This right here is a sprinkler backflow system. Basically, this whole thing winterizes all your sprinklers in your yard. Basically, it empties all the water from the sprinkler lines, okay? So if you ever have a freeze, this is how you would empty this, okay? You can also look it up on YouTube if you ever forget.
Oh, okay.
Now, water comes in from the house and back out to the sprinkler system. There's an arrow right here that tells you on the device. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take this valve and you're going to turn it off just like that. Then you're going to take a flathead screwdriver and you're going to take it to this valve right here and this valve under here. You're going to open both of them and it's going to shoot out a bunch of pressurized water. Let that all drain out. As soon as it's done draining, you're going to close them both back up. And then you're going to close this valve just like that. And you should be all done winterizing your yard. It's a lot easier than it sounds, I promise.
Okay, so the start of every winter, we have to do that.
Anytime it freezes.
Anytime it freezes, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Which is once every...
Like 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, these right here for your cable and internet company, they're going to come out here, they're going to splice these and put a nice pretty box up here, so it's not going to look like this, I promise.
Okay.
Right here, this is your energy meter box. This is how they bill you for your energy. More and more bills. I know you like it. This right here is your emergency shut-off switch, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would definitely put a lock on this just in case. You know, you don't want kids coming out here turning off all the power to your house, anything like that. But you definitely want to put a lock on here that the fire department can't get off, okay?
Okay.
This right here, this is to that water heater we saw in the garage.
Yeah.
This little black hood pushes out hot air sometimes, and this little bit right here blows out hot water sometimes. You don't want any animals, kids, dogs back here. You don't want them getting hurt.
Okay. Okay.
This right here is to that AC condenser right behind it. It's the emergency shut-off switch just in case you need to shut off the AC or the AC guy wants to come out here and work on it. He's going to pull this little prong thing out. He's going to put it in his pocket. That way he works on it. It doesn't get electrocuted.
Okay.
That being said, this little thing has $20 or $30 worth of copper in it. You definitely want to put a lock on this. You don't want anybody stealing it, okay?
Okay. Yes.
The lock, we put it right here on this little hole.
Uh-oh, I'm losing you. Oh, wait, hold
This
on.
is one of the second best thing in your home.
Mm-hmm.
Can you still hear Mary?
Yeah, now I can. Uh-huh.
Okay.
This has a 2-year warranty with your Horton in the builders. You can get an additional 8 years completely for free with the manufacturer, okay?
Okay.
As long as you get that project registration.
Oh god, the phone
Now,
reception is
as we
messing
go
up,
back
you all.
inside, you're going to see that there's small holes going throughout the top.
Okay, let me move over here some.
Okay.
Can you hear us better now?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going to see these little holes right here in your foundation. They go all the way throughout your foundation. They're called weep holes. So basically, if you do not ever, ever, ever plug those in, okay? Those help humidity and excess moisture and all that rain weep through those holes. That way it doesn't hold and break your foundation, okay? Do not ever plug those in.
Oh, okay.
Those are these little holes that are right here on the side.
Okay.
This right here is your ground cable. This is how your house is grounded by the electrician, okay? It's very, very important.
Okay.
So if ever your house is electrocuted, like hit by lightning, all the energy will hopefully go through there.
Oh,
So that's what grounds your
conduit.
house.
Okay.
In your house, it'll all right. Now there's a couple things inside, and after that, it should be all done.
No, that's spray paint.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? This right here, this is your vinyl wood floors. So your vinyl wood floors are scratch, stain, and dust resistant to almost everything except bleach. Bleach is a huge no-no on these floors. Bleach and harsh chemicals, okay?
Okay.
Now the Swiffer wet jet, that'll be low sodium appliance hole, will be great for these floors.
A Swiffer web jet. Okay.
Now right here, inside your bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
in between all this tile is something called grout. Grout's super, super porous, super, super absorbent, and no builder in the world seals their own grout, okay? So all you gotta do is buy a small can of Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart grout sealer, and then they're gonna give you a small scrubby to go with it. Spray that grout sealer on the scrubby, wipe it all over the tile in between the cracks, wait 24 hours and you're all done. It's kind of like painting.
Okay, why don't the builders do that? I'm curious.
I could not tell you, but I have not met a single builder that does seal their grout.
Interesting. Okay.
It's just a maintenance thing. It's just something that builders typically don't do.
You can do it if you want, but technically you don't have to if you don't want to. But if you don't, within about 2 to 3 years, there's going to be black mold and a bunch of nasty stuff starting to grow between the lines.
Yeah,
it's just not going to be.
Yeah, my husband will do that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Then him on.
He's handy like that.
Now, right here in the closet, this little box is your main central hub for all your cable and internet boxes. So they're going to come in here and install these, and all your landlines and Ethernet cables should start working.
Okay, cool.
Did you hear that okay, Mary?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, in the backyard, You guys can see that some of the fence posts are back and forth, back and forth. All the ones facing towards you are yours to fix when they break, and all the ones facing out are your neighbors to fix when they break. Because the fence is no longer warranted, they didn't want you to have to fix all of it in case it did break. So now you only have to pay for half of it.
Okay.
And they'll clean your window.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Now, somewhere in that backyard is going to be a rain sensor. It's a white sensor somewhere on the top of your gate. It has a white wire. That rain sensor senses any kind of rain, any kind of super cloudiness, anything like that, and it's going to cut off your sprinkler system, saving you money and water, and from oversaturating your yard as well.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay.
And I hope you're ready for the heat. It's hot this week.
Oh Lord, don't tell me that.
Now, the last thing, as you guys, I know you're not here directly with us, but I know your real estate agent can vouch for me when I say this. Mm-hmm. But when we were going throughout your yard, you have kind of a ravine or a crevasse when we go through the sides. And as you look right here in the back, your back is sloped away from your house and away from all your fences into a drainage pit. Okay. Now, your yard is already rated and graded for drainage, which means that if you have standing water in your yard more than 3 to 4 days after the fact of you guys closing, say it rained really hard and you cut off all your sprinkler system sensors, the only reason that you should have a problem with a cesspool or a puddle of water is in case somebody dug a hole, whether that be a kid, dog, mom, somebody, and you just have to fill in that hole so water doesn't stay there for more than 3 to 4 days. After those 3 to 4 days, mosquitoes and all those bugs start to form and nest and breed in those watering holes, and that's what they're trying to prevent.
Got it. Okay.
Would you like me to take a picture of that grass?
Yeah, some of that looks really dead.
Absolutely.
Like there's nothing alive in there. He's going to take a picture of some of this grass that looks really dead.
Yeah.
Like this right up against the house is nice and green, but this little section right there looks dead.
So, I mean, I guess when we get there, we can run the sprinklers to kind of help bring it back, huh?
Well, if it's dead, it don't matter how much you sprinkle, it's not gonna come back.
That's what I told Terrence. He's like, oh, no, we just water it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. That's what I thought.
Yeah, as long as there's some green in it, it'll come back.
Okay.
But if there's not, then he's going to make a note of it.
Got it.
And there's a piece of the flashing up here on the side, too, that needs to be fixed. Right here.
Absolutely. Yeah, that little bit piece right there.
Yeah. I think this is what the inspection report caught, right here.
Yes, I did see that in the report. Yes. Okay. Good eye, Teresa. Thank you.
And these little pipes that hang down off the house, these are for your AC drain lines. Oh. So if ever you see water dripping out of that, that's because something's plugged up in your AC.
Oh, yeah. So we have to be watchful of that. Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's by a window. Okay. So if you see it start to drip in, or you see a puddle here, you know that there's an issue. And then these are called expansion joints. Our soil moves a little bit, and this allows the house to kind of shift on its own without breaking your brick.
Okay.
So about every 5 years or so, you'll need to fill this in and make sure it stays, parked.
Okay.
And you have them every so many feet.
Oh, okay.
So they're not cracks in your brick. It's just expansion joints.
When you say fill in, how do you fill that in? We have to call a contractor to come out and do that for us?
No, it's just a caulk that you stick inside there. It's in a tube. You just squirt it down.
Oh,
it's not hard.
Oh, okay. Going back to the air
conditioner.
conditioner.
They go all the way up.
Oh, okay, great. Going back to the air conditioner that you were talking about, if we see water dripping and there's an issue with the air conditioner, is that something that we can fix, typically, or is that something that an HVAC technician has to do? So
you'll want to have your AC serviced once every season, so summer and winter. So in the summer, you'll have it serviced. They'll come out, they'll pour bleach down this line to make sure that line is clear, and then in the winter, they'll check all of your heater. Okay. So if you do that once before summer, once before winter, then you'll be good. Okay. Your AC is warranted for 2 years. Okay. And then if you fill out that little card, you get another 8 years. Okay, so you'll just want to keep up with that. But always have it maintained and save all your receipts.
Okay, of course. Thank you.
Yeah. And then this is the crisscross fence they were talking about. You see how some face you and some face them?
Yes.
These that face you are your responsibility, and those that face them are theirs.
Got it.
All right.
All right. I think that's the gist of it, huh?
That's the gist of it. He has some documents here that he's going to have. He's going to try to see if he can just send them to you to sign.
Okay.
So that way, you're signing for them. And just going to go over all the details that are in there, and then he'll send them all to you guys to sign.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. Tell me.
No problem. Did you have anything else to show her?
I don't believe so.
All right, we're going to go through and blue tape, or he's about to leave, but I'll go through and put blue tape around the house of anything that I see.
Okay.
And then, of course, we have your inspection report as well for all of the other bigger things.
Okay, sure. Good. Thank you, Teresa. Appreciate that.
No problem. And did they contact you about your change of your closing date or time or anything yet?
I was going to ask you about that. No, nobody's contacted me. Did they change it, as far as you know?
Let me get with Juan and find out, and I'll get back with you today.
All right, cool.
I'll head up to the sales office after I'm done.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. All righty, I'll talk to you later.
All right, take care. Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.